This handsome young man carrying ice blocks just turned 15 this year. Coming from a poor family, he had to drop out of school early and earn money through manual labor. He was looked down upon wherever he went, but nobody could have imagined that he would become a billionaire renowned across America. His fortune began with this newspaper. The newspaper featured a story about Andrew Carnegie, who also left school early to earn a living. At the age of 12, Carnegie started delivering telegrams facing scorn from wealthy peers. But eventually, he too became a billionaire. Seeing this, the boy swore to himself and those who looked down on him that he would become a billionaire. Back at home, the boy showed the newspaper to his father and declared his ambition to become a billionaire. His father responded, "Remember this, son, you'll never be rich. You can only be one thing, a lower-class person. That's how my father taught me, so that's how I'll teach you." The boy remained silent, disregarding his father's baseless words. Looking at his mother, who was seriously ill, he didn't want to live a life of defeat like his father, unable even to afford medicine for his mother. He decided to venture out, knowing that only by making a lot of money could he save her. What he didn't know was that this departure meant they would never see each other again. Without money for a train ticket, the boy sneaked onto a moving train. Waking up, he found himself in Texas and jumped off the train before it reached the station. Confused and unsure of where to go, he followed a group of people to a small town. In the town, a farmer was hiring workers. Desperate to solve his food problem, the boy pushed his way to the front, vigorously promoting himself. The farmer was looking for strong men, so the boy embraced a heavy-set man nearby to prove his strength. The farmer, amused by his enthusiasm, decided to take him on. At the farm, the boy met his lifelong best friend, Gus, a young man of the same age who came from a wealthy farming family but was forced to work due to economic depression. Gus dreamed of reviving his family's farm to become the largest in Texas. These two young souls, both fallen on hard times, formed a bond, encouraging each other. At night, watching the workers play cards, the boy pondered. He realized that working a job would never make him a billionaire. He would just waste his life like them. The boy approached the farmer, asking directly how he could become wealthy like him. The farmer said success required many things, but being a leader was key. Enlightened, the boy proposed to the farmer that if he finished the work early, saving money, he should get a share of the savings. The farmer, amused, agreed but doubted he could do it.
We'll see.
The next morning, while others were still groggy, the boy was already gone. He had started work at 3 a.m., figuring out the workflow. He taught his co-workers to divide tasks, creating an assembly line efficiency. The farmer watched pleased. Their efficiency skyrocketed, and they finished early. The boy earned his first pot of gold, $30. With the money, the first thing the boy did was send $20 home for his mother's medicine. It was then that he encountered a life-changing opportunity. The boy noticed a man with a shiny gold belt and asked how he could be wealthy like him. The man cryptically said, "Texas plains are full of gold. Depends on how deeply you look." The boy immediately thought of oil.
Am I right? It's oil.
The man smiled and left. Some encounters are fate. A single glance can last a lifetime. Just as the boy discovered his path to wealth, he was captivated by a beautiful girl who greeted him with ease. Not minding that he was a country boy, she invited him to a campus dance. The boy dressed up and nervously attended the dance. The girl, Hannah, was a popular school beauty. Seizing the opportunity, the boy decided to confess his feelings.
I think I want to marry you.
He spoke his most fluent sentence since meeting Hannah. He came to take her home looking somewhat insecure, while a wealthy young man who came to pick her up stood arrogantly, mocking the boy. The boy, undeterred, vowed he would one day become a billionaire. Hannah had feelings for the boy too. She took him to the principal's office, hoping to secure him a spot as an auditor so he could stay. But the boy declined, believing self-education sufficed, citing successful people who hadn't attended much school. The principal said ambition was good, but education was important for the future. To prove himself, the boy asked Hannah to give him a math problem.
Give me a number, at least 5 digits and a multiplier.
56,679 times 61.
4,457,419.
He solved it in seconds, leaving Hannah and the principal stunned. He also diagnosed the principal's skin condition accurately, then said, "Principal, you're well educated and earn about $1,700 a year, which is a lot for this town, but I'm not satisfied with that." After leaving the principal's office, Hannah expressed her anger towards the boy, saying that his competitive nature revealed his inner insecurity and vulnerability. She then turned and walked away. The next day, Hannah saw the boy in class and was overjoyed that he had taken her advice. Back in school, their relationship grew stronger and they enjoyed a beautiful time together. However, one day, news came that Japan had attacked Pearl Harbor and the US declared war on Japan. Although the boy's main goal was to make money, he was also passionate and enlisted in the army by lying about his age. Hannah was furious when she found out and argued with him.
I want your promise ring anyway!
I'm sorry. I love you. And
Always for you.
On the battlefield, a commanding officer ordered a new recruit to deliver a message to the front line, but he was too scared. The boy took the envelope without hesitation and set off. He was bold but reckless, getting blown up halfway through. Fortunately, he encountered Gus, his old friend, who was now his comrade in arms. Gus risked his life to drag him back, saving him. Time flew and the boy became a man. After being discharged, he spent all his savings on a drilling rig, but no matter how much he drilled, he couldn't find oil. The family was nearly destitute, with 4 children to feed. You might wonder who he married. Although the film doesn't explicitly say, I like to think it was Hannah based on his wife's eyes and facial shape. This man was a genius, but terribly unlucky. He spent all his savings on a drilling rig and couldn't find oil. One day, while playing with his son, a comment from the boy sparked an idea.
Yeah,
Can you teach me how to throw a curve?
I don't know how to throw a curve.
Well, someone's gotta know. What you call him?
Yeah. An expert.
Yeah. Can you find me one?
That's right, hire a professional for professional work. Stephen quickly hired an expert, who indeed discovered a large oil field. This time he really struck it rich. The expert estimated the oil reserves at 50 million barrels, earning him $1,000 a day. Although still far from his goal of being a billionaire, becoming a millionaire was well within reach. The envious former farmer tried to take advantage of Stephen's success and took him to court. Remembering the mantra of hiring professionals, Stephen hired the best black lawyer, who quickly resolved the issue.
The deed was recorded exactly 2 years and 2 months ago. Texas law says that the statute of limitation of minimum rights dispute is 2 years. On the nose.
Please tell me you knew that.
Well,
Why could you let this happen?
I told you, I'm a divorce lawyer.
Impressed by the lawyer's effectiveness, Stephen decided to partner with him. Their oil business grew larger, but over the years, Stephen focused so much on work that his children grew up spoiled, knowing nothing but asking for money. However, Stephen didn't care. His only concern was acquiring more farms and developing more oil fields. But this time he faced a challenge. The other party refused to sign a contract. Stephen waited in a hotel with only his black lawyer for company. On Christmas Eve, the lawyer couldn't wait any longer and left to join his family. Stephen stayed, and his persistence paid off the next day when he received the contract. The delay was the seller testing his sincerity. Thanks to this acquisition, Stephen saw a newspaper headline announcing he had become a billionaire, achieving his childhood dream. But looking around, he realized there was no one to share the good news with. At that moment, he understood that beyond a certain point, wealth is just numbers. He had neglected his family for too long. On the phone, he learned his friend and assistant, the black lawyer, had a car accident, damaging both kidneys. To save his friend's life, he decided to donate one of his kidneys. After leaving the hospital, Stephen called a family meeting and announced that all his remaining wealth would establish a charity to help those in need. He gave each child $10,000, instructing them to use it to help others. It was a test, but the children seemed to have already planned how to spend the money on themselves, not on helping others. Only the second son returned the $10,000. He said he didn't need the money and wanted it to go into the charity. Eventually, he became the heir to the foundation. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this.